Good morning. It is day 18 for Craig and Gabrielle. So it rained last night. That's the latest story for today. And it's outside of our tent is nice and wet. The inside is nice and dry because of our awesome Z-Packs Plex Solo Dyneema tent. But we do have to get outside and hike 14 miles today. So after our super espresso mocha, which I know you really can't see much here. Whatever. It's still kind of dark. Black Rifle. Sounds like a very pleasant, peaceful kind of drink. Maybe that's why I'm awake right now, because it has 200 milligrams of caffeine. I don't know how many.
Protein.
Oh, and it has a bunch of protein. Basically, it's like a protein bar with some caffeine. That's the way I'm looking at it. Anyway, so I checked my watch at just about, was it 150 or 250, I forget. 250. We started hearing some sprinkles, so we tightened our vestibules. It took me a few tries before I could get Gabrielle awake without yelling throughout the camp. But we got both our little vestibules down. You know, these things right here. And we tightened them, and then we lifted up. I don't know if you can see this in our tents. There's a mosquito out there. Anyways, we have these little things that we can adjust inside of our tent to bring the bathtub up closer to like the roof of the tent. So that way it just double protects you from the rain and everything. So we did that, and then we just kind of relaxed and rode it out. It stopped pretty quick after a few minutes, so we raced out, went to the bathroom, and then raced back in, and then it started to rain pretty good.
That one was shorter though.
Yeah, and then it started to rain again. So it didn't rain that much, but the ground is definitely wet, which is kind of nice. There's no dust. So the only downside to this is the outside of our tent is wet, but we can dry that off with our little chamois that we have. And when we walk through any kind of grass in the morning, we're gonna get our legs all wet. But Gabrielle said we have a river crossing where we will get wet in about 3 miles. So it's like, well, whatever. We checked, since we do have cell service, we kind of cheated and checked the radar. And it's really raining in the more of the southern Sierras, which we've crossed before. And it looks like it kind of breaks up when it gets to us. But it's not a front, it's more of just some clouds kind of just moving through. So, and it's not solid, there's no yellow or red in the radar, just some green. And it's really not that. It's just kind of patchy little clouds and stuff like that. So I think we're gonna.
Well, and instead of it being like the next 4 days,
Yeah.
could be possible rain. Really, it's just today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it says it's in the morning most of the time, doesn't it?
So today it changed from 11 to starting at 12 now.
Oh, so it might get worse. Great. I don't know. It's really hard to predict because it's going through all these different mountain ranges and stuff.
Yeah,
so bottom line is that it could rain on and off. So we're just gonna be ready. You know, we'll do whatever. So do you know our elevation today? We're not going crazy high, are we? I think we are climbing kind of out of the valley, though. We got to go up into the mountains. We're about 79, about 8,000. So we got a couple.
We have like a few ups and downs.
Ups and downs. What's the lake at 9,000?
9,000.
So we really only have like straight up about maybe 1,200 feet, but we do have ups and downs. So, anyways.
The most climbing we do at once will be like 1,200.
Okay, yeah. So we're good. We're no problem. So that's a introduction to the morning. We slept really good. I had a little alteration in my sleeping. I'll tell you about that later. Or my sleep setup worked really good. I like that. So I'll probably
warmer last night,
keep doing it. Oh, okay, great. Well, Gabrielle said it was warmer last night.
I forgot to put on my down jacket.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Yeah, it was very pleasant last night. So, and we got to bed pretty early too. So, all right. All right. So we're outside of our tent. Gabrielle's doing what I'm going to be doing. Just getting we actually have chamois, like legit little chamois, you know, that people used to use to dry their car. Give us a little demo of your chamois there, G. Spread that thing out. It's this little, it's actually, you know, leather chamois, and if they're super light, you can use them for washing, for cleaning, for drying, and for tint. Outside and inside for condensation. They are the ultimate. Yeah, they're the best. So let's look at the sky here for a minute. You can see everything's slightly damp, but if I probably go under, see it's totally dry, so it's not that thick. And that's where the sun's coming from. So that's not really red, so we don't have the, what is that? Red morning, sailors take warning kind of thing. It's not quite like that. But if you look around, it's just kind of, the sky, here we go, is a good one. It's not bad. It's just really hard for you to tell, but it's just mixed clouds. So it's looking pretty good. There are some guys that came into camp later last night. We saw them. They got a Nemo tent. They left a bunch of crap on their table right there, so they're sucking life right now. Yeah, we prepared for the rain last night. We tucked in like our Tyvek. Mine's like really low I think on the back too. Yeah, I did it perfect. A little bit out there, not much. And see, that's a little bit too much. No, it's totally dry though, so the rain comes off and hits the ground. So I had to, just based upon the weather, and even though it was starry, you know, it looked good last night. I thought, you know what, this is the kind of night where it's gonna rain a little bit. So we made the appropriate preparations, and our pack and everything is inside the bear box, and our food, everything. So that's all completely, assuming there's not a puddle of water inside there, we're gonna be good. All right, I need to catch up with G on getting ready. Ooh, hey, how is that stuff?
It's pretty good.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I could
My
easily,
morning calories.
I could easily drink another one of those. I'm really looking forward to this. Yep. Super clean bathroom, Gabrielle said. Ooh, look at the sky. It's just dramatic. Look at that. Great for pictures. Not so exciting for hiking though. There's our campsite right down there. So they have some water here. You press that and the water just starts, starts gushing out there. Like they did some work. But I'm not sure if it's drinkable. Right? Don't bathe, clean fish, wash dishes. It doesn't say anything about drinking. So I filled up my water bottle, and then I got to camp. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna filter my water instead of just drinking that, because if that's not good, then that would be bad. Oh, look at that. They got pine cones right there for people. Yeah, this is by far like the cleanest. Of course, the campground's just open. Got some nice little pictures here to help you understand like what's going on. Kind of nice. I like the stinky one right there. That's good. Gabrielle also said there's something about emergency. Oh yeah, for emergency access. Yeah, they do that because if you're stuck here in the winter or something like that, these make excellent shelters. Keeps you safe from the wind and all that. All right, time to finish packing. I think we got some more blue sky, along with some clouds. Those are not actually scary dark clouds. That's a little scarier. And I think that's kind of where we're going. In this direction right there, it looks kind of blue. So we just anticipate mixed weather today. All right, we are on the trail. It is 7:06. We did, considering the rain situation, I think we kicked some serious butt coming out of camp this morning. And we had to walk, well, actually got to walk to the bathroom anyways.
Yeah, we didn't have to dig a hole.
No hole digging, no cat hole, which is very nice. So we have 14 miles
14 and a half.
14.5, whatever, you know. And it's actually a beautiful day right now. Look at the sky. Wow, there you go. Now you can see the blue. It looks very nice. So from a hiking standpoint, it's just about optimal. I do have my little gloves on. These were not fingerless gloves when I bought them. They are now. These were not fingerless. These are the same gloves from the Wallowas. I said, I can't feel my freaking fingers. That's the same ones. If you actually saw that video. So we're gonna cruise. We did put, I did put a little, actually both of us, we put a little bit of DEET on our legs. Because there are like little gnat mosquito things. So we're gonna be walking through grass. We don't even want to be thinking about it right now. So, oh, there's a lot of people in the campsite now.
She said that she said there were like 12 out of the 30 something that are available. So.
Yeah, and she definitely said the regulars kind of were up to date on when it was going to open. There's definitely a little bit of a preference thing going on there.
So you're waiting.
Mm-hmm. So they must stay here for a while, which
well, they come back every year.
Yeah, come back every year. I kind of get that. This is really beautiful right here. I could hang out here for a while.
Yeah, they probably stay here for like a week or something.
At least, yeah. And they can have campfires. There's a lake right up here. I can tell people are going fishing.
You could be here for 14 days if you want.
14 days, 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, single campsite.
Oh, that the rate?
8 people maximum, yeah.
Well, so anyway, so I thought she did say the ranger said it was $28. It was a little convoluted for me. I thought, well, that's crazy. Whenever I've gone to campsites in California before with my motorcycle, they were like, you know, half price kind of a thing.
No, it's the same price for a car camping as it is for tent camping.
Yeah, so the trick is to get a bunch of people in one campsite, which you could do if it was organized. But so we're walking on a trail. We're walking on a road right now, and we're gonna try and intersect the trail. And will that be the JMT?
Yeah, the JMT and the PCT for a little bit, and then I think after a couple miles they split off.
All right, so we will leave the PCT. We won't see the epic, very detectable PCT hikers with that look of determination.
We could just camp right here, right before the campground.
Oh, there you go. So you could have camped. That's the other thing too. Like if we knew it was gonna be $30, it was like, okay, we're gonna walk like 5 minutes and then just put down our campsite. That's why it's just so ridiculous.
There are listed things on here like a mile and a half away, so you just walk for a half hour or something like that.
Like that, or you just wait till, you know, it's kind of dark, and you set up camp.
And you leave early.
And you leave early, like, yeah, we're good. So we're actually on a road right now, so we're walking down, and here we go. Hike on. Walking the road here. Got a nice meadow right here. That's the meadow the campsite's on. It's really nice this morning. A couple cars have passed us. I thought maybe it was the ranger coming after me. I think the rangers are local, because she said when they were kids they would go, you know, they had those bathhouses.
Yeah.
That's where they would have the hot tub or the whatever the what this hot spring kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's probably hidden around here some other places for the hot springs. Not much to say about that. Be aware, trees do fall. So we cut off the trail. We're gonna miss Rainbow Falls. And on the tree is one of the few PCT markers. It must be up about 20 feet.
Probably so people don't steal them.
Yeah, it's probably not the PCT hikers that are gonna go after that. All right, here we go, back on the trail. Next resupply is at Yosemite. Yeah, 4 days?
4 days.
4 days. Our packs feel pretty good considering we have 4 days of food. I shoved my cook kit in there. Gabrielle, what'd you get in your food? Your container? Pot?
I got socks, my hat, my electronics. I got a lot in there.
Wow. I might have got some of my ditty bag stuff actually in there too. I closed it up last night. I didn't look this morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, my down jacket, I got it.
Oh, her down jacket, that was impressive, actually. That's perfect for that because you can shove it in every nook and cranny. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but my bear can's bigger, so I can put more stuff.
You can. Yeah, I can clearly go like 5.5 days with that small container.
I mean, if I have 4 in there right now, oh, that deer has a tag thing on it.
Oh yeah, that deer. Yeah, that's good.
That's
Everyone
really
noticed the deer has
restricting.
the tag on it. Well, they can probably monitor its movements. Yeah, hey there. Hey there. I'm sure it's not traumatized by getting shot by like a tranquilizer or something like that. Yeah.
No, so I could probably fit like 6.5 days at least in my bear can.
Yeah. At least more than I do. But the trick is taking the dinners and putting them in like a plastic bag, freezer bag or something like that.
I was showing the gala that couple yesterday.
Yeah.
They got the big ones, they can barely fit like 5 days worth of food.
Yeah, so that's the trick. I don't know how I figured that one out or whether I watched it on YouTube, but that's the game changer for sure. So we're on the bridge here. Very nice bridge. It's got curved wood support. So that cost the taxpayers a pretty penny. But we're heading to Devils Postpile. That's which is part of the trail here. We didn't go to Rainbow Falls, which is a shame, because that's off the trail. Yeah, it's a nice. You can see the bridge now. Pretty nice. And nice morning. A lot of water. Yeah, this trail is like heavily traveled. Sure good. Devils Postpile is pretty amazing. I remember seeing that multiple times. Oh, look at see little white tracks. Get a close up. Where's a good close up one? Now there's one right there. You can see those are like deer tracks. So a deer has been cruising on the trail since it rained. That's kind of fun. And you can see it all the way down. We walked into this little box canyon. It's kind of opened up there, and then this is where you don't want to be in a western. This little canyon right here. You can hear the sound, but whoop, basically walking on this pumice. It feels like you're walking on the beach. The sand is not optimal. Whew. We're on the trail. Got some pretty flowers, got some sage. Ooh, dandelion. More of the sage. So we thought we passed Devils Postpile, but then we don't think we did. The trail's really confusing right now. There's probably because there's so many little side trails for all the day hikers and everything. And anyways, we'll see. Make sure we're going the right way. Wow, this is beautiful. Woo! All right, so we're making our way. The big valley there. It looks like some structures. She says that's a ranger station in there. And there's some big trail, and here's Devils Postpile. So the sun is not optimal here for us. But if you zoom in, you can see the posts. The lava just, and then it just falls, and you got a big pile of post. Devils Postpile. Yeah, so the trail, oh yeah, you can see the trail's like a freeway down there.
Well, and then it goes above it too.
Okay, because I thought I'd been able to look at the top, and you can actually see.
Yeah, I see there's switchbacks and then people go
Oh, there's some people up there. You can actually see the cuts in the rock in like the octagon shape. It's pretty amazing. National Monument. Probably did that so people didn't just start,
chipping away at
packing away at it, yeah, and stuff. So a couple should be catching up here pretty quick. There's a couple we ran into. We said, "Hey, where are you going?" They said, "Happy Isles." I'm like, "Hey, that's where we're going." I'm thinking, oh, there they are. One of us is going the wrong way, so somehow
Don't think it's us.
they got on the trail wrong. So we saved them.
They pulled out their National Geographic paper map.
Yeah. See, paper maps are great, but
Well, the National Geographic one, it's not very zoomed in. Like,
yeah, paper maps are great, but if you want to like a point, it's really nice to have like a GPS kind of thing with the directions.
well, you can look at your direction too.
Yeah, obviously we want the sun to be on our right, or we want to go north generally. So lots of pumice. We're on a pumice trail now. Bigger chunks of pumice. Super slippery on rocks. It even sounds different. Yeah. Looks like there was definitely a fire here at some point. Oh yeah. Trees are black. Woo! We've been hiking up quite a bit. It's been pretty mellow, but we've been hiking up. I show about 7,800, which is kind of around the lowest we've been. First water of the day of significance. All right, we got Trail Junction here. It's a big one. Okay, to JMT PCT South, Kings Creek Trail. That's where we came from.
PCT.
Devils Postpile down. That's where a lot of people were going. They're in a day hike. JMT North, oh, Garnet Lake straight. PCT North, oh, Minaret Falls to the right. So they might be going to Minaret Falls. So that's nice. They have a tree across the trail here. There's some skeeters here, huh?
Yeah, they keep bothering my face. They're flying around my face.
That's irritating. Oh yeah, I can see them around your pack. Yeah. National Forest, National Monument, National Forest. Nice. So that means no pets now, right? Yep. We're in the National Forest, no pets. All right. Can't bring your pet squirrel or marmot or ferret.
Oh.
We're at breakfast. What?
I got 3 bars.
3 bars. Look at that. I don't know. Maybe at the top of Mammoth Mountain. That's it's actually part of Mammoth Mountain right there. And there's actually can't see, but we can see a little top of a ski lift right there. It's just crazy. So it looks pretty menacing weather up there, but if you look around, it's really beautiful there and gnarly over there, and then behind is kind of where we're going. I see a lot of blue right there, so I think it's just gonna the way it's gonna be today. Sending my check-in, got some good electrolytes, and of course today we're so thankful for the best trail food ever, Pop-Tarts. You're on Pop-Tarts too, right? Yeah, baby. So we've hiked about 3-point-something miles, so it's a good time to stop. And we're gonna get into some more, we're gonna have to do a big river crossing, some more water, so we figure this is a less mosquito-y type area. All right, good morning, Ed. Okay. Well, that was a treat. We got a Superior Lake, Johnston Lake, JMT kind of right there. Or am I looking at JMT? We go this way though, right? We're gonna have to cross that stream. Yeah, Earl says it's a big stream we gotta cross. It's not deep, it's really wide. No way around it. Don't want to get my feet wet. My shoes are feeling so good and light. So we're now walking in protection for the trees, a little bit of snow around us, stagnant water, meadows, perfect for mosquitoes. Oh, here comes the stream. All right, that's the crossing. Dang, really sucks. Surprised there's not a big log somewhere. Oh, it looks like there was and somebody busted it up.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it used to be a bridge.
Oh, it used
Got
to be a
washed
bridge.
away,
Woo!
and then they never decided to repair it.
All right, well, the mosquitoes are very active here. We just made it through mosquito hell down this valley right here where we crossed. I actually stopped and put some DEET on. I think these are the minarets. Don't know if we'll get a better shot or not, but they're there. So, how you feeling, G? You're cooling down a little bit? Yeah, she had her rain jacket on. See if you get another shot of that. Yeah, I think we're gonna get some good shots. Even though I'm hiking and moving the camera around like crazy. All right, here we go. Well, it's about 10:30 in the morning. Ever since we started up Reds Meadows, man, it's just been increasingly like insane mosquitoes. These are actually pretty ravenous. I do pretty good with my outfit on with the hoodie. I put a good layer of DEET on my legs, so I'm okay. But they've been especially aggressive. You can tell people we've passed completely miserable. They're like, we're just getting like the hell out of here. Kind of thing. There's mosquitoes swarming around. Some of them smell like perfume, you know. It's like, you know, when it gets like this, if you don't want to cover up, you got to use chemical therapy, which is DEET. We use 30% DEET, and that does take care of them for about 4 hours. And then if you're hiking, you kind of move on to other areas. So right now in this particular little spot, I don't see any mosquitoes, except there was one on the back of my leg right there, which means my DEET's wearing off. So Gabrielle put her dance pants on. So those, of course, protect her from the mosquitoes, but it's a little warmer because of that as well. So I was, may do that later today, I don't know. But, you know, it's cloudy around us. I suspect it's gonna we'll have some thunderstorms this afternoon. It's kind of the way it is. It's actually a really beautiful day. You know, we're in the forest all around me, kind of thing. It's pretty dry where we're at right now. So, but we've been climbing almost the whole day, right? It's the first real kind of flat area. So, really appreciate that. And there's no bugs. I mean, not that many. So we're doing great on time. So we'll probably stop around between 12 and 1. We should be at one of the lakes. We'll have some lunch there. And then we'll probably have like 5-6 miles to camp to bring us to, I think, Ruby Lake. So the only thing that's really going to potentially delay us would be a pretty radical kind of thunderstorm. We do kind of have a schedule to keep because we have bus tickets that I think have been purchased, but really we're like 3.5 days out now. So I think we're going to be fine regardless of what happens. So we're having a great time. We know mosquitoes are just part of the deal, and you just got to deal with it. And really, it's an emotional battle between thousands of little, 15 neuron insects combined with our billions or trillions or whatever we have. I think we can win that battle, especially with a lot of good chemicals. So this is why it's only mosquitoes, right? I got these little lake, no name, kind of not really lakes. I passed some snow on the trail just a minute ago, just, last remaining patches. The ground actually really is pretty damp underneath what looks like dryness. So there's a huge amount of moisture, and you know, it did rain a little bit last night, so maybe that just awoke, yeah, that's it, awakened some of the mosquitoes, don't know. But even at this low elevation, we're probably about 92, 93 right now. So we've gone up, you know, clearly over 1,000 feet, almost 2,000, I think. So we're doing great. Yeah, see, there's like an example, just a little patch of snow just like that. And then we have the beautiful little flowers growing on the ground right there. Look at that. Super pretty little things. So. Well, we got some different rocks here. Day's been pretty monotonous, actually. Got a snowfield, big rocks. But these are kind of cool looking. It's kind of more that slate rock, but it's not cut so slate-ish. It's got some green in. Look at the color of that. That's pretty neat looking. Look at that. You can see there's still snow. Yeah. Down trees, we've gone over a number of down trees today, but nothing like the avalanche stuff we've been through. Normally I'd be pretty ticked, but really, I'm thankful because I know it can be a lot worse than this. Yeah. She's working hard today. Kind of feels like a job to her, she said. So it's a tough section. It's tough when it's warm and you're wearing your pants. The temperature is just not so conducive. But she's rolling. She's rolling. So we've kind of transitioned out of the pumice now. We don't see any pumice. Maybe some little bits on the ground here, but most of it has been that kind of, like this kind of rock. I don't know what that is. Really sharp, edgy type stuff. And now there's some stuff that's kind of not quite so edgy right next to us, but yeah, so we've definitely transitioned. Just part of the fun of doing a long distance hike. Even in a day, you get a lot of miles, which is also nice when there's like mosquitoes and bugs and stuff. You realize that, you know, it's probably not going to be like that the whole day because you're going to transition to another area. So, well, we're told we're coming into some lakes that are just absolutely gorgeous. So we're looking forward to that. Like I was saying, we're like transitioning in. We can't really see this yet, but we caught a glimpse of just giant green ridge line. They didn't look like the Sierras, and so we're going downhill now. So we're going into Rosalind Lake, G?
Is it Rosalind or Rosalie?
Oh, something like that. So we're going into that right now. Trail kind of switchbacks.
Yeah, apparently the mosquitoes are real bad here.
Real bad here. I don't know what real bad means compared to what we've been doing today so far, but
Find out.
we'll find out. So, but yeah, snow everywhere now. So we are transitioning. We think it may be Rosalind. We're not really sure.
There's fish jumping.
Look at those kind of mountain hill things there. Look at that. That's actually pretty cool. Not epic. I wouldn't put that under epic. Oh, I think.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I haven't really felt like taking photos today. Like nothing compares.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
better.
We seem better. I know, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, and then you don't get the like big contrast stuff when the clouds are out too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of like,
The lakes don't look as bright.
yeah.
Well, mosquitoes don't seem that bad yet.
Mosquitoes are not bad right here. Temperature definitely dropped. You can feel it. So, drop into Roslyn Lake. Get a little glimpse of it here. And man, there's like no mosquitoes. It's nice and cool. There's a breeze. Feels really good. Sweat's drying off. So that's good. But we're almost at lake level here, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll get a great picture of. We think this is Roslyn Lake. That was Gaddy's or something else, whatever that one was before. Whew. God, that's kind of neat. You can see through. Oh, there's snow right on the lake level too. That is surprising. Woo! Woo-wee! Woo! All right, Lake Roslyn, something like that. Got some sun on it. It's really pretty. This is kind of the grassy side of the lake. Yeah, pretty cool, aren't you?
I'm the epitome of fashion right now.
The epitome of fashion. Look at that. Still circling the lake, and then wow, we can see back a little bit more. Can't see the minarets, but that is really a beautiful photo with the clouds and everything. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, look at that tree.
Look at that. That's seen better days. All right. We're almost around Roslyn Lake, and I think we cut over on the other side of this hunk of rock here. Yeah, just in case. So we're dropping into Shadow Lake for lunch, and
Thanks, Dad. Your poles are in my photo.
Oh, sorry. Look at that. Woo! What a great picture. I want those to have a name, like Three Sisters or something, you know? And you have this big old thing. So we're basically dropping into this giant bowl, and the lake is down there. I don't know if you can see it through the trees, but it's down there. Oh, I gotta get just a photo of this. We started having our lunch on this epic rock right here, and then started to rain a little bit. Kind of an afternoon shower. So, not fully unexpected. Wouldn't say it's welcomed. But we found a little spot here with trees. Gabrielle's probably checking out the radar. Assuming you have cell coverage?
No, I tried.
I didn't think we were like in a valley right here. Yeah, so we got a little spot here. So we're just gonna kind of sit back against a tree, wait for a little bit. We do have, what, 5.5 miles left?
5.4.
5.4. Which we go up toward the darkness is actually where we're going. That's just sweet. But it's not like a storm. It's just a little afternoon drizzle kind of thing. Right, G? Does it look kind of foggy? It's because it's raining. We just heard some great thunder too. But the good news is if you look back at that peak, I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, there is some light that's coming toward us. So that's good. We're gonna wait it out here for a little bit. Maybe we'll hear some really good crackling thunder. Quick update on the rain. It's getting harder. The little white light spot I saw on the mountain, that's gone.
Can't see the mountain anymore.
Can't see the mountain anymore. So we're definitely getting rained on right here. I don't know if we want to.
What?
I guess there's no place to go really.
We're in kind of like the best area.
We're heading underneath the tree. Nice tall tree.
Well, we're underneath like 4 trees that are close together.
Yeah, so we're good. We just gotta wait it out. Had some really good thunder blasts though. Maybe I'll get a video of the thunder.
What?
Hear that? Oh. So we have shadows and we have sunshine. And we also have bugs. So that means it's time to get going. But there is some occasional thunder. And it's definitely is kind of dark out there. But, you know, there's light. So we have 5-point-something miles to do. So we want to get going. It's about 1:18 it says. So we're doing great on time. Per any unforeseen lightning activity where we are, which I don't think there's going to be any. Right, G? Right. So the lake we are at here is just gorgeous. So yeah, all the rain's totally stopped now here. And I think those must be some fish jumping there. Those are pretty big rings. Woo! So that's where it was really raining, behind the trees in those mountains. And behind us, now we can see there's actually blue sky. Woo! Nice. All right, it's 1:32. We are back on the trail. Stopped raining. It looks beautiful. Super beautiful out there. And Gabrielle said, unfortunately, we have 3.5 miles of uphill.
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
Wow, that sounds great. And a little bit of thunder just to help us out. So our feet are already soaking wet. So I do have my Frog top on, but really I think that's more for warmth than anything. But if I do get too hot, that's just gonna sweat out anyways. Oh.
Hopefully your pack cover stays on.
I got my cool little pack cover though.
It's not really.
It's kind of hooked on my shoes and the top, right?
Hooked on your sit pad, and that's about it.
Yeah, sit pad, back. Let's get rained on the back. It's all right. All right, so I think we still have to go down to the lake before we start the fun going back up. Yeah, because we're actually above the lake a little bit. And we are going to get some water also. The water we did get here is kind of has a lot of dirt particles in it. So we're going to get some new water. Sure is pretty though, isn't it? I mean, it really is. Woo! Hear that thunder. Well, you know, I was going to take out my gloves. Oh, my gloves are in the back there. Well, if I get cold, I'll get those out.
Gloves are in my pack.
Yeah, mine are right in the back here. All right, let's get a little bit of water. That looks like perfect spot for water. All right, nice little waterfall. It's probably coming from generally where we are going.
Wow. Bloody mosquito.
Yeah, woo! They're on us. We actually deed it up too, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, I think she got me in my hand even. All right, I'm gonna cross this stream here. Whew, so nice. And I think I saw a little bridge. Sweet. All right, oh, there's somebody hiking down there too. I just saw the yellow pack. Let's see if we can spot some fish. Woo! Oh, nice! Wow. sunlight. Woo. Looking for fish.
So there's some fishies in there.
That means it's probably time for us to start going uphill. You have a sign here. Muir Trail, Active Meadows. All right, Muir Trail. Ready? Ready. Let's do it. Well, we just have some sunshine, and we are going right up in the high area up here somewhere. Which is going to be fantastic. So look at the water, it's just rushing down here. Completely unexpected water features today. Woo! A little shot of this. Oh, there's a tent up there. Woo! All right, so Gabrielle is sporting a new look. We're through hiking. Very nice. Your feet are wet, I'm sure. Trench foot is ensuing. All right, hit it. Trail Garnet, Ediza Lake, and Shadow Lake back. I think JMT, I think you're right, G. Garnet? Yep. Yeah, Garnet, Ruby, kind of makes sense, you know. So we're opening up into this epic basin. There's some guys camped on top of this rock. I think packers brought their stuff up. It just doesn't look backpackish-ish. Bunch of people though. We're kind of in a little ridge line here. We can see some of the back country. As Gabrielle said, finally some beauty. Oh yeah, there's clouds in the rocks up there, moving. I feel mosquitoes all over my legs. Yeah, we can see across the valley. We're way down in that Reds Meadow down there. Woo! I don't think we're going back here. I think this is the minarets. We saw this. What? Oh yeah, we got everything. I think these are the mountains we saw this morning. Minarets and maybe some. Yeah. I think we saw, oh sorry guys, I'm not paying attention. Man, these are so high. All right. As you can see down here, waterfall, going down the valley. Woo! I don't think we're going up over those. I think that could be the minarets, but I'm usually wrong, but I don't think we're hiking that way, going through that pass valley. I think we're gonna go, continue to go where we're going up to our right here, which is more north, which is kind of where we're going. What do you think, G?
Gonna see if
Head navigator, Gabrielle. She's working on it.
it just says volcanic ridge. Is that?
Oh, that's all it says. Okay. All right, big volcanic ridge. Woo! Yo, 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 yo!
You left me.
You started talking, I was moving, man. I wasn't going to engage, I decided.
I wanted the break.
You ready? Okay. These rocks are like something out of a science fiction movie or something. Look at this. Looks like, feels like we're going up to a pass. So, I want some water, G. Like a good water source. Yeah, this is one of the most bizarrest kind of saddles I've ever gone over. I mean, just full of these kind of black rock mixed in with some iron type rock there. It's weird. Reminds me of some like Star Trek episode or something. Yeah, there's something. Woo. Remember, trail is made up of all this rock. There's still mosquitoes up here. It's so wet. Ankle breakers is right. Yeah, it feels more like a pass than anything else. And the rocks are just crazy. Super sharp. The formations. Way down there as far as we can see. We were past that. We were higher than those mountains. Woo!
Alright, done.
We're not here. We're not done yet.
We gotta get over this.
We gotta get over this because it's black right there. And we don't want to be human lightning rods. Look at this. This is crazy. Hey, we just went over. Whole new area.
So dark over there.
It's dark. It's dark over there. It's probably where we're going too. That's probably the pass area straight in front of us, I bet. But you know, or maybe it's just that big mellow shelf there. Don't know. Time for some more snow fun. Woo! I'm gonna go here. I don't want any snow fun.
Oh, marmot!
Marmot!
Big fat one.
Where? Oh, there he is. Oh, there you go, G. Got your marmot.
Yay! I was scared I wasn't gonna see another one.
Yeah, there you go.
Trail's
Woo!
down there.
All right, heading out down there somewhere. Wow.
Alright, I don't want to be up here this long.
All right, I think Ruby Lake's over here. Ooh, there's some big mountains right there. And this is Garnet Lake below us. Super nice. And so Garnet Lake is pretty long. It goes to our right here as well.
Here we go.
I think it loops all the way around, and it looks super dark over there. We're going where the light is. Whew, I think we might get some rain tonight. Although it's like really blue above us.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's the trail down there. All right, G's leading the way. I'm gonna have some Snickers bar. Destroy nature and completely open the snow bridge. Her foot's wet. Well,
Foot's a little damp.
that's a consequence of disturbing nature. Ah, my legs are thicker. Ah, ah. Huh. Garnet Lake. Woo. All right, so we're looking up Garnet Lake, kind of from the outlet side. Woo-wee. It is spectacular. We think we're gonna go up right around there. And we're not sure which way the clouds are going because it has got to be just thundering and pouring down there. We don't want any part of that today. Although I suspect this evening we're going to get some significant rain though, so we got to be ready. Another shot of Garnet Lake. They do not want you camping here and make it really difficult to camp. So I just don't think there's a whole lot of spots.
Yeah.
That's probably why they
So
do
spots that there are probably
that. Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah, so it's okay because we're going to the next lake, Ruby Lake. Gabrielle, notice they have a nice little bridge there waiting for us. You can see why the name is Garnet Lake. I don't know if you can tell this from the lighting right here, but it's really nice green color. Beautiful garnet color. So there's a river trail right here. You can, if you want to kind of bail out, get out down the valley down there. A father and son tried to do that early season. They couldn't do it, so he hit the SOS button and the helicopter came and rescued him. I think his son, I don't know how old he was, no details given, was just too tired. They couldn't come back up and they couldn't go further. This is epic! Woo! Nice, G. Woo! All right, time to get to our lake and get camp set up. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I guess that's necessary. Yeah, I don't know how you do that either. But if the water's just a...
I guess you could walk across the water.
Yeah, I don't, but if it's just a few inches higher the water, those logs would be very helpful. All right, here we go. So we came from up there, one of those, somewhere. So we're kind of on the other side of the lake now, going around it counterclockwise. And at some point we're going to shoot up. It looks like got a little bit of a snow traverse, and you don't want to fall because you're going to slide right into the lake, it looks like. It's quite a bit of pretty good size overhang right there. So we'll just avoid falling. Yeah. A couple weeks ago, this would have really freaked us out, but doesn't freak us out now. But there's an overhang. A lot of boot. See a lot of steps right there. So we should be fine. You still don't want to slip right here though. That's pretty good drop. That's not so bad. You can see it's pretty flat. Worn in really good. So,
you know, if you actually wanted to get into the lake, you're fine.
You could glissade right into the lake. There you go. Too bad we got to get to Ruby Lake here. Woo. All right, we're almost over out of Garnet Lake. That was a butt kicker uphill, especially at the end of the day like this. We're super tired. Met a guy, took a break. Probably talked to him for 5 minutes. But we really want to get to camp because it's getting dark and it's no fun setting up tents in the rain. So we're just about over. Here it is. We're at the top. Gee, just noticed this. What do you think about when you see that?
Lightning.
Lightning, burning bush, man. Wow. Okay. Well, my guess is our pass is somewhere like there. Maybe that's an island pass?
Could be.
Could be, we don't know. Anyways, we're exhausted. It's about 4:15 right now. We'd like to stop by 5. Hopefully we're camped by 5. Actually, the weather looks pretty good right here. It's not low clouds. I think we're gonna be okay. I was getting a little concerned that it was like super black in the valley, man. I didn't want to tell G that though. What?
0.4 to our campsite.
0.4 to the campsite, and all downhill, I'm sure. So I'm gonna need some water though. Yeah, okay. So this is Ruby Lake where we're staying.
No, there should be a few spots above the trail kind of down here. Yeah, there are. Yeah. So that's the plan for this evening.
Otherwise, we might come knocking. No, we're joking. All right, so we're still on the trail, going around the lake. And here's a picture of that. Well, here's the lake. Just magnificent little lake right here. And let's take another look at this. Look at that, man. That's something out of like Antarctica or the Arctic, man. All right, we are finishing putting our packs in. It is now 5 o'clock on the nose, believe it or not. Weird. And we're both set up. I got to adjust my tie back a little bit more. But when we got here, I noticed that black started moving toward us, and it's been thundering and all that. We are kind of near the high point of this area over here too, so not at the high point though, but there's a few people camped in this area right here. But those clouds, if I zoom in, you probably see they're moving a little bit, but man, they've been thundering, so it looks okay on the other side though. Anyways, we have like everything in our tents just about. I even have my pack in my tent.
Where's your bear can?
Bear can's over here. That's not going to go in the tent. That's totally waterproof. Gabrielle's just got a new dew in her hair there, and while we're heating up our water right there, we're going to have some nice lasagna. And I'm having some of these big bar things, which are just, this is what the package is. These things are the best, man. They're super good. So this is our view. Not bad, huh? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And we have a few of those moth hummingbird species, whatever. And up above us, you know, it looks okay. So we might get through dinner without incident. What do you have for dinner, G?
I have a creamy garlic shells.
Wow, in sauce. Savory sauce of some sort, I'm sure.
Oh, it's not the same because you're technically supposed to have it with, you know, like milk and butter. In there.
Do you have any ghee?
I don't have any ghee.
No
left.
more ghee, okay.
I used it on the last course side I have.
Bummer. So the mosquitoes are active, so we're kind of trying to cover up completely here. That's why I have my gloves on.
Because they aren't bothering my face for once.
Yeah, so we're real sweaty. We didn't have a chance to wash off.
Disgusting.
So we feel really gross. Our shoes, my feet are still damp, I'm sure.
Oh, my feet are the least of my problems.
Yeah.
And the backs of my legs are less dusty because my pants got the brunt of it while I was hiking today.
Oh, that's good.
Because then after it rained and then it wasn't as dusty.
Yeah, great. I'll probably wipe my legs down with the... No, I'm short on wipes. I don't know, use any wipes. They might be necessary for other more important situations.
Well, I am not short on wipes.
All right. And mosquitoes are kind of swarming me a little bit. Life is good. Don't you think? Yeah. I think one of the most favorite rock of the trip is right here. Don't tell me why. Just all that, but it has all that different color. It's got some pretty flowers right in it. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, it is day 18.
I think it's 18.
I don't even know what day it is.
17 or 18.
We just had a tasty dinner. I had some lasagna. It was actually really good. Limited mosquito access because I had my gloves on. All right, so we're tired. For some reason, I'm super tired right now. I'm not sure why. Probably because I was stressed and I thought it was going to rain because it was like thundering like crazy around the camp.
Yeah.
And it was getting darker, and now it's actually lighter. So we'll probably just get some rain like we did yesterday. Maybe at night, maybe early in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Which we are all prepared. Our tents have never been more prepared for rain. We've got like rocks situated with our tie back to prevent all instances of wetness.
Yep.
We got we're at Ruby Lake for dinner, which is super cool looking. It looks so deep. It's pretty small, but then there's like big snowbanks on that side, which you can't see. It just looks like a ship of an iceberg on, like it's just like...
I've never... we'll get a close up of that wall of ice. It's gonna be like 50 feet tall wall of ice.
It's at least 25
I've
feet.
never seen anything like that. It's really
very
kind of
large.
wild.
So, very
Anyways,
impressive.
so we had basically our whole hike was basically uphill today, except for down to lakes a couple times.
Yeah, but pretty
And
much
that was
all
it.
uphill.
So it was
But
tiring.
after we go over Donahue tomorrow, which is a little over 7 miles away, we're pretty much just
Sweet.
downhill, flat, and some like
Yeah.
hills and more downhill until the end.
Yeah.
So today was the kicker,
Yeah.
and then we got ravaged by mosquitoes after breakfast. I was not doing well.
Gabrielle was just hanging in there.
I think I was dehydrated.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I just felt super sluggish. It was like, this shouldn't. It was like my legs felt fine. Like everything felt okay. I just felt like heavy. And obviously my pack was heavier, but I just wasn't
Yeah, it
feeling.
wasn't that bad though.
And there was just like nothing good to look at and being swarmed by mosquitoes. It was like, I wasn't having fun. It felt like the job today.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. But then we had
I
lunch.
felt pretty good though.
Yeah,
I was crushing it.
Yeah, Dad felt great.
I get this weird endorphin thing going uphill when I just arms out. I'm just like stoked, man.
No. And I had my pants
It's
on
weird.
too, and I hate wearing my pants, but I just didn't want to deal with the mosquitoes. But but then after lunch, we had the rain and stuff, and the mosquitoes kind of backed off. Kind of after that,
Yeah, they weren't so bad.
and we were going uphill, but I was feeling better. And then it started opening up. Like we weren't stuck in the trees the whole time. I'm starting to get why PCTers they call it the NorCal blues, because it's after they've been in the Sierras, and then you're in the trees and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, nothing compares.
No, you don't have the wide open
You
spaces.
don't have the like big mountains everywhere. And like, I get it. It's like after that, you're like, ugh, why take out my phone to take another photo, because this is boring.
Yeah. The good thing is though, Oregon has all the volcanic stuff.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
But after lunch, then I felt so much better. Everything was getting more wide open and pretty, and
Yeah, it got super pretty.
it was very interesting because we had like brightness on one side and then just like full on like darkness.
Yeah, a lot.
So,
Evil darkness.
and we made really great time today too. Once again we left at 7 a.m. and we got here at 4.
Yeah.
So, and we still did almost 15 miles today. Actually,
we're doing. I mean, we're hiking. Our pace is really good, and we're not like trying to go fast either.
Yeah.
We're just doing our thing.
considering most of it was uphill today too.
Yeah, it was great. We did really good.
Yeah, it ended good, but yeah, it's just I feel like it just wears on your body more when you're either worried about mosquitoes or worried about the rain. And when you're hiking, it's almost like your body's stress level is higher while you're hiking, and you're just more exhausted by the end of it.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm just so tired. I'm ready for bed. It's like 6 o'clock.
I know. I looked at my watch and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 6 o'clock. We've already eaten.
I'm ready.
It
I'm
feels
so
like
ready
it's
for bed.
7:30 and it's time for bed. So I'm gonna write in my journal.
I could go for a drumstick though.
You can always go for a drumstick.
Yeah, some caramel.
I gave you an Oreo.
I know, and a couple gummies
And a
too.
couple gummies.
I know, this is so
I've
sweet.
always got the sweet snacks.
I know.
Always gotta have those.
Yeah. We're doing really good on food. I think we did pretty good on the resupply.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be fine. I mean, if I am short, Gabrielle has a little bit. But I think I'm
Without a doubt, I always have
fine.
extra.
I ate too much for lunch today. That's probably. But I was hungry though. So tomorrow,
We go over Island Pass,
2
which
passes.
really isn't a pass because it's only a couple hundred feet above where we are.
Okay, and it's pretty close too, right? You
It's
said?
only 2.5 miles away.
Okay, so that's cool. So we could have breakfast on the other side of that, or up at the
Yeah,
top.
or up at the top.
that
I
would
think
be
there's a
cool.
really good view because then there's like Thousand Island Lakes, which is why it's called Island Pass.
Oh, there
So
you
I
go.
think you get like a really good view up at the top. So we could have breakfast up there or a little bit past it, depending on. I have no idea what it looks like up there. So
That'd be cool.
and then
And Donahue Pass is like 7 miles after that or something.
it's like seven and a half miles from here. So we're going to hit that before lunch,
Wow, that'd be cool if we hit it before lunch.
which I would like to do just in case we do end up getting, obviously, rain or
Yeah,
whatever.
we can get rain tomorrow.
If we can,
The sooner the better we get up over the passes.
yeah,
Especially like Donahue, I think.
yeah. So I figure,
What's
Well,
the elevation, Donahue? Because we're at 10.2 now.
you know, I think it's like right at 11.
Okay, so about 11. So that's probably the highest we're going to be then for the whole trip. I mean, until that's
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
It is, yeah.
We won't hit that again.
Yeah. We'll be going down, and then the rest of the day is downhill after that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have like 8 miles of.
Just cruising.
Well, and then
We
half
can make great
half
time
of it's
cruising.
like downhill, and then the other half is just slight downhill.
Oh, that's like the best. We can make over 3 miles an hour
that-
doing that.
That's in like the Lyle Canyon, Lyle Creek. Hopefully the mosquitoes aren't too bad there.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah, and then we're basically camped right on the edge of, because you can't camp within 4 miles of whatever the
Tuolumne?
Meadow.
Can you
So
believe that? Can't within 4 miles. Just like get the heck out of here.
yeah, while you're in Yosemite, then
Yeah, it's highly
everything's
regulated.
everything's regulated.
I just heard a little bit of thunder.
Well, it's a bummer too, because there used to be a campground like right in the middle of it, so you had an option. But last year and this year, it's closed. But all of that meadow area, the whole like the post office, there used to be a store and like a place to get warm food.
Yeah.
That place is like now closed. Oh, look at the chipmunk! It's
Where?
right there. It's right by our bear
Chipmunk's
cans.
going by our bear cans. Oh, he took off.
He took off.
Remember I hit that squirrel
Oh, the chipmunk.
at Fields in. I whacked him in the head and he was like, I saw him, he was just like out. And
But we didn't see him.
And then I came back to check and he was gone. So, but he probably died. It's fun to throw rocks at chipmunks, give them away, but you really don't want to hit them.
Well, I wasn't aiming for him. I was just aiming
Well, you hit your bear.
by my bear can.
Yeah, I'm all for throwing rocks at bear cans.
Yeah.
I hate those things. So. Okay, anything else you think of?
No.
We met some fun. Yeah, it's starting to get lighter.
So.
We met some fun people on the trail. Not as much as those 2 guys yesterday, though.
Yeah. We've met a lot more like section hikers doing.
Yeah.
A lot of them are either going to like from Yosemite to Mammoth, or they're doing like the other way around.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I've noticed too, we met some people that are going. That would be southbound. Right? Yeah. And they're starting, and man, they look so like mentally unprepared.
Well, it's just weird because like
I mean, that's just
because
my
they're
interpretation.
well, the funny thing is like they're so tired and they're like, oh, I'm like this is the easy part.
I know this is the easy part. So, and then there's some people that are like, man, this is gonna be hard. I'm like, yeah, it is gonna be hard.
But every day,
but you
it
can
gets
do
a
it.
little bit better. You know?
Yeah. And everybody wants to know about the bridge.
I'm almost tired of
I'm
it.
actually upset with the whole Forest Service about the whole thing.
Just
They're
get
causing
to the
so much
bridge
stress.
and figure out especially people who are going southbound. Like you have way more options.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Anything else?
I feel disgusting.
Oh yeah, we did not wash today.
And it was since it like rain. It's like been humid all day.
We were just so sweaty.
And my hair, my braid was dripping.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's like back when I played volleyball and that would happen. That's what happens when you have hair and you wear a buff and a hat over your head and your neck. Nothing can escape.
Is it like dreadlocks kind of thing?
No.
You just stick them up in whatever the wool cap and let it sweat all day?
No, I don't have dreadlocks. My hair's in a braid.
All right, so that's
Don't
it
be
for
paranoid.
whatever night it is, and get ready for another great. It'll be day 19 tomorrow.
Yeah. So it will take us 21 days. For some reason, I thought it was 20, but I think it is 21.
Can you imagine going on the PCT and say, "This is day 154."
There's no way you would even remember that.
People do. I think they write it down. They just kind of mark it off. They do. Like I don't know the date today.
I guess if they keep it journal. I think it's the 11th. Aha!
It's the 11th of August.
Yeah. But I remember that mostly because I write in my journal every night.
Oh, that's right.
So I write the date.
I keep
and
it
the
all
day.
up here. No, actually, it's all in
No,
the
you don't
camera is
keep it
where
all
it's
up
at.
there. It's gone.
Yeah, we have everything backed up too, off of my phone on 2 different drives. Both me and G have one, so we're covered.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's it.
All right. It's been a good day. It ended really
It
good.
ended well.
You know, it's just a really good thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it for today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for day 19.
Day 18, Reds Meadow to Ruby Lake, a mosquito and rain shower filled day. Woke up around 3 a.m. to rain last night. It only lasted a little while, thankfully, and we set up our tents really well. It did mean we had to wipe off our tents in the morning, though, with our chamois before packing up. It was nice to not have to dig a cat hole and use a clean restroom instead. We had our canned coffees and then headed out at 7 a.m. We hiked around 3 miles before breakfast. We passed Devils Postpile, which was a really cool rock formation of vertical rock columns. We ran into one couple that was accidentally going the wrong way on the trail. They said they were going to Happy Isles, but they were going in the opposite direction of us. We were glad we were there so they didn't have to take too much time going back the way they came. After breakfast to lunch, it was really rough for me. Dad was going great powering through the uphill, but the mosquitoes were really bad. I had my pants and rain jacket on at one point, and it was mostly uphill. It was humid, and I just felt heavy and gross with my gear on going uphill. I took the jacket off but kept the pants on till lunch. I got a little dehydrated, which was not in my favor. I wasn't enjoying the hike at this point, and it was just a job. There was less scenery too. We stopped at Shadow Lake, which was beautiful. We learned too that it was a base camp for some conservation group doing campsite restoration at the lakes. While we were eating, it started to rain. We tucked ourselves under some trees to wait it out. It was pouring and thundering for around 30 to 45 minutes. Then we started our way to Ruby. Again uphill, but less bugs out, and the scenery really opened up, and we passed more lakes and some amazing volcanic rock peaks. My mood was much improved. But we were exhausted by the time we got to our campsite at 4 p.m. There was a dark, foreboding cloud mass to one side, so stress levels were a bit high while we were setting up our tents. We heard very loud thunder and quickly set up and ate dinner and got in our tents right before it started to sprinkle. No more thundering and lightning so far at 7:30 p.m. It's fairly light out and off and on rain. It's muggy and we both feel pretty gross, no time to wash off today, and we probably needed it more. Life is pretty simple right now. Good food and shelter and beautiful miles, but so many things are happening along the way. It's more than just a point to point.